Hello everyone, this is Syntax Error and welcome to another video. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and go through how to create a commands for our Spigot plugin. And today we are going to be looking at three different types of commands. So for example, the first one, we're gonna go ahead and type in /give elytra, and it will give us this elytra. And if we go ahead and type, this is the second command. So if we go ahead and type /tutorial, and then we can go ahead and type give wood, it will give us a piece of wood. Then for the third command we're going to be looking at is we are going to type /tutorial again, and over here we're just going to type any random word. So for example, if I type hi, it will send back a hi to me. And if I go ahead and type /tutorial again, and I just say a give, it will send back give to me. So we are going to go through these three types of commands, and yeah, let's get straight into coding then. For the coding part, we are going to go ahead and create a new Java class, and we're going to call it commands. Then the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to type in implements command executor. Then we can go ahead and put public boolean and call it on command. Then in the brackets we can put command sender, and put sender comma command cmd comma string label comma, and finally string with our square brackets args. Then we can go ahead and put our curly brackets outside the brackets and implement import command sender and command. Then now we're going to go ahead and check whether or not our player whether or not the sender of the command is a player. So we can go ahead and create an if statement, and we can type our exclamatory mark, which just stands for opposite of. So we can type in the brackets sender instance of player and import player. Then this is basically checking if the sender is not a player because of the exclamatory mark, and you need to remember the brackets surrounding the sender instance of player. Then we are going to do sender.send message, and we are going to send the message only players can use this command. Then put our semicolon. I almost forgot the name. Then we can put return true and put another semicolon. Then we can create an else statement, and inside the curly brackets we are going to do player equals to bracketed player sender. The bracket just makes it so that the sender has to be a player, so it gets a player. Then we can type if this step is optional, so because we're going to check whether or not the player is opt or not. So if player dot has permission, and inside the brackets you're going to put a speech mark and put opt. Then we can put a curly brackets. Then we are going to go all the way down here first. Basically, this is where we are going to type in our commands. So we are going to create an else statement, which will run if our play is not opt. So we can put else sender dot send message, and in the we're gonna just type you are not allowed to use this command. Then put out our semicolon. Now all we have to do left is we just have to go here and type return true. Then the arrow should go off. Now we can replace these commands here with whatever we want to do. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the give elytra command. So we're going to type in if in the brackets, we're going to type in cmd.getName dot equals ignore case. Then we are going to put our speech marks and type in give elytra. Then inside the curly brackets, we are just going to put whatever code is going to run if the command give elytra is typed in. Not really give elytra, I mean slash give elytra. Slash is very important, and we're going to create an item stack first. So item stack item equals to new item stack. That's the wrong one. New item stack, and we're going to put its material as elytra, and create its amount as 1. Then we are going to put the semicolon again. Then now we're going to put player dot get inventory, which is basically our sender. So we are going to get the player's inventory dot add item, and we're going to put item inside of the brackets. So basically the first command is done. Now we are going to go ahead into our main class, and we are going to list down the command. So we're going to put get command, and inside the brackets we're going to put speech marks, and we're going to put give elytra. And outside the brackets we're going to put dot set executor new commands. Basically the commands is whatever the commands class is called. Now we're going to go into resources, plug in the YML, and then we are going to go ahead and type commands, put our colon, and we're going to type the exact command that we typed in the commands class, which is give elytra. Just a note, whatever is typed in the commands class has to be retyped here. It has to be the same thing, otherwise it won't work. And it also has to be the same thing here. So just a heads up. Then we're going to put a colon, then put description as gives player and elytra. So that's that. So that's the first command done. Now we're going to move on to the second and third commands. We're going to do them both together. So now we're going to go outside of the if statement, and we are going to type in if our args.length is greater than 0. Then we can go ahead and check if our args 0, remember that this is a list, so 0 technically just means the first term. I'm just gonna type it down. So we have in Minecraft we have the slash, then we have whatever here, which is gonna be tutorial, and this part here is the args 0. So just hopefully that wasn't too confusing. If args 0 dot equals ignore case, and inside of the brackets we're going to type in our speech marks, and we're going to compare it if it is give wood, then we're going to give the player a piece of wood. So we're going to create another item stack and call it item equals to new item stack, and in brackets material dot oak wood dot oak log, put a comma and 1, then finally put a semicolon. Then we can put player.getInventory.add item and put item here. Now we're going to move on to the function where it will send whatever the player sends. Yeah. So we're going to create an else statement because we do not want them to like send give wood back to us. So else string equals to our args 0. For our semicolon, and then we're going to put clear, that's the wrong spelling, clear.send message and put string inside. So that's done again. Now we can go on to our main class, and we can list it again. So we're going to go ahead and type get command, and we're going to type whatever is going to be like before give wood and whatever phrase. So for example, in this case it will be tutorial. So basically I'm just going to use another example. So for example, this is our give wood command, and whatever is in front. So for example, we want to do slash tutorial space give wood, then we will have to put the tutorial in here. Then we can do the exact same steps. .set executor, new commands. Now we can go into plugin.yml and we can just list here. So we can type tutorial, and then tutorial is basically the same thing. It has to be the same as whatever is typed here. Tutorial, and then we can put its description as follows the tutorial plugin, I guess. Yeah. So that's the second and third commands done. Now just a pointer. This if you are using this method, which is like if comparing the arguments, you do not need to keep listing down the command. So for example, if I'm using this one again, and if I Control C, Control V here, another one, and I just name this as give mushroom. So for example, if I were to create another command, I'll have to redo the entire step. So I have to go back into our main the main class, and I'll need to copy and paste this line of code and change the give elytra to give mushroom, and do the exact same thing for plugin.yml. So we're gonna need to Control C, Control V, get the give elytra and change the elytra to mushroom. However, if we are using the arguments comparison, we do not need to redo the steps. So for example, if I were to do the exact same thing, if I were to paste and rename this as give mushroom, I will just need to leave it as that. I do not need to go back into plugin.yml and relist it again, and I do not need to relist it in the main class. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I am not that great at explaining these types of things, I guess. So yeah, that's that, and I'll see you in the test server then. Alright, so we are back in the test server, and if we go ahead and do /give elytra, it will give us an elytra, and yeah. Then if you go ahead and do /tutorial, and over here we're gonna type give wood, you will see that it would give us a piece of wood. Then if we go ahead and do the same thing, but instead of give wood, we type in whatever we want. There shouldn't be a space. We go ahead and type in whatever we want, and we'll go ahead and send that back to us. So that's that, I guess. If you did enjoy this tutorial, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. And if you do have any ideas for future tutorials or plugins to code into the game, feel free to leave that down in the comments below. And with that all said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you when I see you in the next video. Bye!